Hello and welcome back. This is Shadowcoast with Shadowcoast Gaming. This is episode 3, basically a continuation from episode 1. I did have to step away for several minutes, so I broke the episode into two pieces. Alright, so we just took on this mission, and if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll give you some background here. We took on an assassinate mission. We basically negotiated middle of the road. We get 2 salvage pieces. We do not get to choose. We get 153,000. Now, one thing I will say with this Iron Man mode, Impossible mode, because they are stingy on both C-bills as well as salvage, and because we cannot pick up plus or plus plus weaponry from salvage, it's only the stock stuff, we will be most likely prioritizing C-bills a lot more than we would salvage normally. It also takes 8 pieces of salvage for us to build a mech, which in retrospect, I wanted to pick the hardest thing, so I did. But in retrospect, I feel like picking 5 would have been just hard enough, since we are going to take forever to build any mech. And considering that in most of these cases we might not even be able to select salvage, it could take a very long time. But we like a difficult campaign. That's what we set out for. We basically did Iron Man mode, Impossible mode. At the end of this mission, we will review those settings too for those to see. Here we go. Alright. The target's in the AO and lightly guarded. Now remember, in assassinate missions, we can... Is that a... Are you guys seeing this? Is that a hunchback? You gotta be kidding me. Alright, so first thing we do, look at the terrain on the map. They have supporting forces, and then he's over there, he or she. So we're gonna take on the supporting forces. But damn, a hunchback already? That can do some serious damage, and quite frankly, Decker's in the spiders, so you have to believe that they're gonna come for him. Alright, so we are going to opportunistically kind of move up in a steady fashion. Alright, so we have 2 mechs that we can see at least. And what we're doing here is effectively setting up a firing line. Now Decker we might reserve down and just do the double move where he jumps in, shoots him in the back, jumps out tactic. Okay, now we have a third one coming in. We're going to reserve down. So we have a Jenner. So this difficulty scaled tremendously. Was this like, I think this is this 1 skull or 1.5 skull? I'll have to go back and look and confirm. I'm pretty sure it was 1. The last 1 skull mission we had 4 measly tanks. Now we have a hunchback, a Jenner, something else. And quite frankly, I'm a little terrified here because this is Iron Man mode, which we knew would be hard, but we are playing damn near impossible mode. We are playing impossible mode. Now the left side is... we know that there's nothing there, so we're kind of trying to turn to favor the left side a little bit. And I'm gonna blow my wad because 55. That AC5 kind of needs to hit. I have faith. Nope. My faith was misplaced. Oof, that one hurts. That one hurts a lot. And a 4th pip that we don't really know what it is. Doing the same thing, kind of turning to the left a little bit.
Got it.
Now, Shadowcoast. I don't know. I think what I want to do here. Can you get? Nope, you can't get. I just want you to have line of sight on him. I don't know. This other guy's gonna come up, and we've had some negative experiences where they focus on one dude, and we are trying to determine. We're gonna reserve, and then I'll show you what we're gonna do. Did that guy go? It says they don't have anybody left, so I'll be a little bit miffed if that is the case. Because we're gonna jump Decker into safety is the strategy. So Panther, guarded. We are going to, and again we are trying to take weapons off the board. And because we removed that evasion chevron, we were able to increase our hit chance. And Shadowcoast will do a full assortment and hit him everywhere except the center torso somehow. Locust. Alright, so yep, goes to Decker. Big surprise. Alright, Decker. Can you... Oops.
Orders?
We are trying to jump him. Why are your heat?
Commander?
I guess, is it the elevation that bad? Alright, well we're gonna make you super evasive. Gonna select this. Long range. Oh, it's the range. I guess they are medium lasers. Ah, I was hoping that would end them. Alright, another locust. Now, mind you, these are a lot of enemies, and we only get 2 salvage pieces total, and we don't even get to select them. So we have very little incentive to... Ooh.
Orders.
You know what?
For you.
I think...
No sweat.
I think we're gonna leverage multi-shot here. And this guy's gonna be C. Because we're gonna oops. When I said multi-shot, I really meant this guy and this guy.
Line 'em up and I'll shoot 'em down, Commander.
Alright, beautiful. We've taken out one. We have 3 more plus the other one. So we're trying to take these 4 out, and then the other guy we can just focus fire him down. Hopefully with a full complement of weaponry.
Standing by.
Ooh. I don't know. I feel like you have bulwark, so those are just so horrible. He just takes half damage. Alright, we're going for it.
Giving him everything I've got.
Yeah. Alright, so Shadowcoast, I don't think there's like space for him to get behind me because I have a back to the wall. We are going to overheat, so we're going to take off the 65%. Beautiful. Alright, so 2 mechs left. Going through a progression, taking enemies out off the... Oh. I thought we could go, but not quite. Took off evasion.
Orders?
Now this is an interesting concept.
Location confirmed.
Because Decker's overheating here, oh, that was actually really dumb. I got really lucky because he could have just run around me and shot me in the back. That was a, in retrospect, major error. Shadowcoast is overheating too.
Engaging physical attack. Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Ready for orders. What's up, boss?
Alright, let's...
I hear ya.
I don't know. That mech gets to go.
Here
Or we can
go.
knock this guy over.
It's go time.
Alright, so this is the risk because they can shoot us in the back here. That was a mistake. And luckily it didn't.
Good to go.
We're getting Decker out of there. It's not worth the risk. That was not a good decision.
Like this.
And again, since we only have 1 salvage, we're looking to take enemies off the board. Excuse me, we have a 0 out of 2 salvage, so we don't even get to choose. So enabling maximum components doesn't do us a lot of good. Alright, so I'm fine assuming
Weapons committed.
it's just that one. Right leg destroyed. Knocked down.
Critical damage detected.
Alright. We're moving up with the Shadowhawk. And focusing it down. Alright, so destroy enemy supporting forces.
Hostile
We
removed.
have done that successfully. One thing that's interesting is like if I get a super speedy semi-tanky mech, like a grasshopper, I guess I could just run like a bunch of
Moving to position.
recovery missions and just focus on C-bills.
Bracing for
Oops.
impact.
Alright, Decker. Is this guy coming towards us?
Standing by.
I'm pretty sure it looked like there at the beginning it was a hunchback. And that really worries me. You can have like a gazillion medium lasers. So what we're doing here is just kind of going to use a train to our advantage. So I want to hide like on this ridge. I want him to run up and then I want to jump behind him and see if we can get 4 turns of just hitting him from the back. So that's my kind of running strategy here.
Engaging
Have him
just
run up towards us, jump behind him, blow him up real quick. Again, we don't care about salvage
Commander.
from the standpoint that we get so little.
Affirmative.
We firmly have that mountain between us. At least that's what it looks like.
Waiting on you, Commander. Uh-huh.
Alright, so now the question is, do we...
stabilizing. Engaging coolant system.
Bracing
We're
for impact.
playing conservative. We're gonna reserve.
Holding for tactical advantage.
Alright, so, oh geez, you could see us. Holy smokes. Alright, so he didn't fire all his lasers. If we could salvage him somehow, that would be amazing. Alas, I don't think we can. Now, we have decent shot percentages. And if we look at him, the back armor is a lot weaker. So 92. We're gonna try to.
Our primary target is taking damage. Waiting for orders. Jumping.
Now Decker gets to move again, which is great. We're just gonna have him
LSD.
regular hit him. Nice. That's how we do it. Use the train to our advantage
Down.
and hit him in the back.
Mission
Thank you very much. Now we're. I'll be honest. I'm gonna have to run a lot of procedural missions before I start taking on the priority missions. Are you serious? Out of all of this stuff, we got a heat sink and a jump jet. Oof. That stingy really makes it difficult. Alright, let me see here. Contact the Rimworld Frontier. Let me see. Oliviera. Alright, everyone, gather around. After our last talk, I bit the bullet and started fishing around for uncertified contracts, and I repeat, might have caught us something. Who's the client? Sumeyer. Unknown. She didn't ID herself in the message, but she claims to be a member of the Canopian elite. She says she's got a big job lined up and she wants us for it. Us specifically. She called the commander out by name. How would she even know about me? Good question, and I'm betting we don't want to have an answer. We don't have an answer. You were certain this client isn't really a bounty hunter? Because I can list off about 5 different banks that I'd love to repossess this ship. We're shopping for uncertified contracts behind the review board's back, Yang. Hell no, I'm not certain. But for what it's worth, I can confirm she's rich. She reached out to us with a priority HPG message, and those things ain't cheap. Hyperpulse generator, basically Comstar's ability to send faster than light messages. Origin bankruptcy. We're hovering way too close to bankruptcy for comfort, Yang. This looks like it could be a way out. The commander's right. We're hemorrhaging sea bills out here. It's worth the risk. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Our new client vents us out the airlock, and our corpses spend the rest of forever tumbling through the icy vastness of space. That is pretty bad. Thanks for the delightful image, Yang. Look, Jack, I'll admit this is sketchy as hell, but it's also the best lead we're likely to find. If you want to follow up, plot a course to Bellerophon. The client will be waiting. We're already there. Alright, so the contract's ready. Our mech warriors have picked up a fair amount of combat experience. And don't forget, you can check the state of our finances from the terminal in our captain's quarters. Alright. We don't have enough experience, but... no. Oof. Punishing. I wonder if this is more. It seems like it's more, but I could be wrong. Oh, I like this. Deployments, mech kills, other kills, days with company. I forgot to look at service records. Alright, so Medusa will be a tank. Medusa's gaining experience. He's at 2100, so maybe everyone gets it? That's kind of interesting.
Standing by.
Good to go.
We want to get sensor lock on Decker, so we are going to confirm that.
Training complete.
Commander.
And let's get I mean, that pip doesn't do anything. Then we get the indirect fire penalty. So we'll get evasive charges to make sure you can be more evasive. Then we'll level up gunnery and tactics. Probably gunnery first, just to get more hit percent chance. Alright guys, so let's look at these contracts. Real quick, we're just making sure. Okay. So for contracts, we are going to do one more assassinate mission. I am absolutely terrified. We're gonna do more salvage. This is a 1.5 skull mission. The other one was 1, and they had a fair, like they had a hunchback. Alright. No, I apologize. We'll be right back. I think I might just cut this episode again. I'm gonna run. Starting to get sick here. Sorry, one sec.